So I literally just got this game delivered a few minutes ago, and I thought I would just do a unbox with me video because I haven't unboxed this yet. And I've only seen some light playthroughs of this before, but I was kind of drawn to the fact that this is a solo friendly game. It is a game by Alexander Pfister, and it is Expedition to Newdale. It says an advanced level game in 8 chapters. So this does take a little bit of time to play. It says it's about 90 minutes. But I'm thinking when I get into this game that I'll probably play it over the course of a few nights. So it shouldn't be an issue. I did trade this game. I traded Newton, the game Newton, for this one. So hopefully it felt like a fair trade. This was a game that was on my wish list, so I definitely wanted to give this a try. And I wasn't playing Newton as much as I wanted to. I love that game, but I wasn't getting to the table as often. So I'm unboxing this for the first time from the person who sent it to me, and so far everything looks good. Sometimes it's a bit of a nightmare. Sometimes people don't bag things, and sometimes people just have the cards just strewn and not rubber banded. When I sell games or trade games, I always try my best to make sure everything is compact, or at least if it does shift around, it doesn't separate from the groupings of components it should belong to. So great packaging here. So shout out to Phil. He's the one who sent it to me. So I traded with him on BGG, and this was well packed. As you can see, he even added this foam to make sure everything was sitting tightly in here while it was being shipped to me. But yeah, it looks like he separated them out by player, which is also very nice. So there's 4 players, so it looks like there's 4 different colors: white, brown, gray, orange. When I play solo, I think I'll probably just stick to the orange. I like to choose colors that really stick out and are noticeable for myself. And then for the AI, if there is one, I'm not familiar with this specifically if there is an AI, but if there is one, I usually try to go for more of a neutral color such as white or black. And if neither of them exist, then I actually just go for red. Red is typically what I would choose if I had to choose a color for an AI, because to me red means like enemy, and when I'm playing a solo game I want to try to beat the enemy, which is typically the AI. So that's how I usually choose my colors. So these are components, and these looks like they're just tiles, end game tiles maybe, or action tiles. There's a few of those. And it looks like we have some resources. These are just wooden cubes. So, nice components so far. I always love when there's wooden components in here. These cards look like they're pre-separated, which is great. Yeah, I could tell by the backing. And he even labeled it for solo. That's awesome. So I'm definitely going to use this. This is probably the Automa deck or something. And we have some more wooden meeple type of components here with these cards. These look like people, so I see Inik Bruback. I probably butchered that pronunciation. More cards. I'm not sure what the difference between these would be, but I'm sure I'll find that out soon. Because they look like the same backing. So I guess we'll see what the difference is between these two. And it comes with a bag. So I don't know if there's actually stuff in here. So let's see what's inside. That's always exciting. And hopefully nothing jumps out at me. Let's see. So it looks like, okay, some more meeples. So maybe there's some randomization between what meeples you get, because it looks like the colors would matter for some of these cards. That's pretty neat. We'll set that aside, and then we'll take this nice protective foam out, and then we have what looks like the rule book. Not as long as I thought it would. This kind of gives me like Agricola vibes. especially with the white edge cards. Personally, I'm not a fan of cards that have white edges, mostly because if you play often enough, it can appear to look dirty, even if you know for a fact you've never played with dirty hands. Somehow it just gets that way, and so I'm not a fan of the white bordered cards. I prefer black. That's fine. And then these look like they are the player boards. And it looks like there are some differences, right? Am I seeing this correctly? No, they're the same. So these boards look like they are the same. The only difference is the colors, depending on the pieces that you choose. So they look like they are double-sided. I'm guessing maybe this is for the AI, the one in the back. That's just my assumption. I don't know for sure. I'm guessing so though. So those are the boards. And I guess it would help if I looked at what the components were. Oh, okay, so they are not for the AI. So 4 double-sided player boards, 1 each. Front side for chapters 1 through 7, it looks like. And then reverse side for chapter 8. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, so you can see that noted here. Cool. Excuse me again. Okay. And then these are the chapter books that will tell you how to play. And it's great because it tells you in blue what the solo would do. So that's cool. And then these are the rest of the boards, I'm guessing. So there's a total of 3 different boards. So I'm guessing depending on the game, you would use a different board. Let me confirm that. So we have 3 double-sided game boards, A to F, and 1 action board with victory point track. So that's what this is. This is the action board with the victory point track right here. So I guess we'll go from 1 to 50. This is a nice touch to it. I love when it's not just like a plain black backing to these boards, so that's always nice to see. And then these are the boards that we'll probably be using as we go on our expedition. And the backing as well also has it's a double-sided board, I guess. Cool. So it looks like there's a lot going on with this game, which I'm not surprised. I knew this would be a game that required a lot of gameplay, which gets me excited to play this game. I'm on the fence about games that do take a while to play though. There are times where, you know, I love that quick game, but then there are also times where I really do want to be involved in a story or a theme, and I think this might be it for me. I'm in the middle of playing Legacy of Dragonholt, and that's a great story narrative, choose your own adventure type game. It's not too heavy on the interaction with gaming components. I think the only thing it has is like item cards and maybe some letters and maps, but other than that, it's just a straight up story, choose your own adventure story game. So this seems like it's got that aspect to it, but definitely more game components than that would have. But anyway, this is Expedition to Newdale. This might be a bit of a long game to make a video out of. I like to try to keep my videos between 30 minutes or less, I guess. And so maybe I might make a short summary of my experience playing this game when I get to it. But I did want to, you know, quickly show what this game looks like, what components came with it. And again, shout out to Phil for packing this so nicely for me to show this in such a organized fashion. But anyway, this is Expedition to Newdale. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Thanks.